welcome back to another episode of We Are Literally Just Trying to Meet Blink-182. Almost forgot the name because it's been so long.
I don't have sunglasses on.
I don't either.
Welcome back, everybody. We're very happy to be here, happy to be back. We have a lot of stuff we're going to go over. Today is the Ava Love Part 1.
That's right. We're going to split it up into 2 episodes because there is a lot to talk about, including the movie Love.
But first, let's get into news.
Oh, right. I was like, what? All right, guys. So today is Monday, and Thursday of this week is the kickoff of the Missionary Impossible Tour with Blink-182 and Alkaline Trio.
And we got floor tickets.
We just got our tickets today.
Yes, we got floor tickets. Shout out to TickPick, the only place to get your tickets and without fees. Thank you, TickPick.
This is a sponsored ad.
And so the Missionary Impossible Tour, whoever came up with that is a genius, first of all. Missionary Impossible, in the chat, if you are listening, can you please let us know, if you do know, who came up with the tour name? But I think it's a great tour name. Can't wait to get the shirt. Can't wait to support Blink-182 any way I can.
Right.
And buy everything. But yeah, so what do you guys? So Alkaline Trio, 19 dates.
It's only 19 dates, which is pretty wild, but it also is a big headlining festival year for Blink. So they have 4 Chord on September 13th in Pennsylvania. They're headlining that with Jimmy Eat World on that day. See Here Now, they're playing on the 14th of September in New Jersey. They're headlining that with Lenny Kravitz and Sublime.
We saw both of them at the Beach Life Festival.
Oh, that's right.
That was cool.
Yeah.
We went to the Beach Life Festival and we were with Beach Now. Sublime was incredible. First of all, Jacob killed it. Freaking A+. And surprisingly, Lenny Kravitz blew me away.
Oh yeah, I didn't see Lenny. You did, because I.
Oh, you left already?
No, that was a different day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lenny was incredible. Like, honestly,
I love Lenny.
I was like, I was always like, whatever, Lenny Kravitz.
No.
He was really good.
That's our group chat song for the
It
Fortnite
ain't
chat.
over till it's over.
So we have a Fortnite group chat, which we're so inactive with. So our thing is every time we decide to chime in, months separated from each interaction, we send the Lenny Kravitz song.
Yeah, that, so many tears I cry.
So much pain inside.
Baby, it ain't over till it's over. Great song. And honestly, he sang songs I didn't even remember he had.
Yeah.
But this is a Blink
Bangers.
podcast,
This
so
is back to the
back to the task at hand. We got Riot Fest.
Riot Fest.
Sick.
September
Riot
19th
Fest.
in Chicago. They're headlining that day with Weird Al and Alkaline Trio.
Weird Al.
So obviously there's other days of the festival with other headliners. I'm just talking about the ones that are on that specific day that Blink's playing, so don't come for me. We have Shaky Knees on September 21st in Atlanta, so they're doing that with Vampire Weekend and Alabama Shakes. Aftershock on October 2nd in Sacramento with All Time Low, Taking Back Sunday, Alkaline Trio, Good Charlotte.
Should we go to that?
It's pretty awesome.
10-2?
10-2.
I don't know where I'll be. Or we could go to Vegas. Oh, when we were young. I don't know about
That'd be
that.
sick. I know. So When We Were Young is 2 days, and I think it's the same lineup 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I think
Is
that's
it?
what they do. I'm not sure,
I
but
don't know.
honestly, low key, I'm like kind of a When We Were Young hater. Because I was like, oh, they're trying to be the Warped Tour, basically. And now that the Warped Tour is back, like, I still think the festival is going to be great. And honestly, like, I see a lot of, like, stuff on social media about the When We Were Young Fest. And I'm like, oh, that actually did look fun. And you're in Vegas, and you're gambling, and all the stuff that happens in Vegas. Maybe we should go. Now that I think
Talking himself into it.
now I think we should go 10-18, 10-19. I don't know. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah, we'll see if we're alive then. Panic, they're doing that with Panic at the Disco. What is that? Oh yeah, Panic ATD at the Disco.
Yeah, Panic at the Disco.
Weezer, Avril Lavigne, etc., etc.
There's going to be a lot of bands playing that. That's going to
And
be cool.
we're going to have this new segment called Gen Z News because our intern, Sydney, is a Gen Zer.
Okay.
Very smart Gen Zer.
Shout out Sid, what up?
So she says, tangentially, did I say that right? Don't know. Tangentially, Blink news, but Travis's daughter, Alabama, was prominently featured in Gen Z, Gen Alpha pop cultural space after Bad Baby.
Bad Baby.
Bobby.
It's Bad Baby.
Bad
That's the girl
Baby.
from Phil,
I know, Cash
dude.
Me Outside. Danielle Bregoli released diss tracks engaged in public beef with her. Blink is mentioned in Bergoli's song OG Crash Out. I like this Gen Z news. In the line, OG Crash Out with the drummer, I blink 182 shots.
Okay, first of all, hold on a second. Hold on a second. First of all, that was so dumb that it was hard for you to read. like that's how bad that is. But I like this
Gen
segment.
Z,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sid, great. I love this.
She's very smart. She just got her master's degree, I believe. Very smart girl, Sid.
Oh, really?
Our
Oh,
girl, Sid.
congratulations,
Yeah.
Sid.
Congrats. Everybody
That's
say
great.
congrats to Sid.
Congrats, Sid. That's great. This is hilarious,
Yeah,
first
it's
of all.
amazing.
For like Alabama having drama with Bad Baby is insane. I wonder if they have the same PR agent and they're just trying to make money. You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy.
Also, this is old news.
Yeah, this
Sid
is
wrote
kind of old. Yeah,
this a while ago. We just are now doing that.
I do
episode.
remember seeing something about it for 20 seconds on social media, and then it like passed.
Yeah, it's funny though. Yeah.
That is.
Although since then, this was
Where the
months
world
ago,
is.
I believe, when she wrote this. I did hear that Bad Baby got diagnosed with a pretty serious cancer.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Is
like
she okay?
like the worst kind, I think.
Wow, blood cancer.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks, dude.
I think she's had it before and like recovered, but it's back and serious. So it's sad, you know. Obviously, this is a funny bit with the Alabama,
Gen Z,
but nobody deserves.
Yeah, I ran into her outside of 800 Degree Pizza on Vine Street. She was with a huge security guard, and she was so small. I was like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "That's Bad Baby," and I'm like, "Oh, cool."
What the hell?
Let me get my 800 Degree Pizza now. Anyways, personal news. What's up?
Personal news, you go first because mine's depressing.
Oh yeah. So personal news for me. I have been extremely busy. I have been doing operations for a beach company. I started a streaming company.
Very successful streaming company.
Very
If you like
successful.
sports, check it out.
If
I'm
you
plugging
like-
it here.
Yes, if you like sports cards, Lasorda's Card House on
So
eBay
he was
Live
doing that
exclusively.
before, but now for a different company. But now it's like his own company with his
And-
business partner, and it's going
And it's
crazy
going
well.
great. And if you ever want to join in on the live, it's Lasorda's Card House on eBay Live. We'll attach a thing. And also Wavy Trees. We're playing some shows. We're coming to Arizona. We're coming to Phoenix and to Orange County. We're playing with a band called Bikini Trill. Their new album is freaking awesome. Have you heard it? Oh my God, it came out like 3 days ago. It is so good. And we're fortunate enough to be direct support for a couple of shows on their tour. So come out
Come to these shows.
to these shows here.
Listed here.
We have some T-shirts as well that maybe we could put in there. That would be cool. The T-shirts we're going to be selling. They're going to be exclusive to the tour. And that's it for me. A lot more, but that's what's interesting. Araya?
Yeah, my sweet, sweet boy, who has been featured on the pod, I believe, a few times. I had to sadly help him make the trip across the Rainbow Bridge, which is what they say when pets die. I'm trying to smile about it, but this has been the worst month of my life, and
She's been very depressed. Yes.
yeah, I'm surprised I could do this today. But I'm finally at a place where I'm not crying every day, so that's nice.
And I think this is good that you're doing this. I think that...
I got his name tag. Here, I'll go get some artifacts.
he was a good boy. And I think you guys saw him a couple times on the pod.
I've definitely like picked him up. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
like when we were at my old place. Here's some cute birthday pictures I found of him. I don't know if you can see there, but that's from his 16th birthday. He was 18. He lived a long, beautiful life. He's a full breed little mini wiener dog that I adopted from a friend that was
Shout out, Mackenzie.
moving. Shout out Mackenzie. And then yeah, so I got his little name tag tattooed on me. That was cute.
That's a great tat. I love it.
But yeah, like outside of that, that sucked super bad. I've settled into my new place. I've done a few little videos here, but not a podcast episode. Yeah, not a pod episode. I love it. It's really nice. Not my favorite neighborhood, but that's okay. The house is worth it.
This place is way better than
Yeah.
her old place. This is way, way better.
It's so nice. And cheaper, so it's not like I'm like balling out. And I'm closer to work, closer to my boyfriend, closer to Zach, closer. My leftover animals are happy about it.
Yeah. Well, because the podcast is so successful, we're able to do a lot more now.
Right, because we're just...
Because we're rich now because of this podcast.
Thank you, podcast.
Yeah, thank you, podcast listeners.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Let's blow up, like in a good way.
Let's get it going.
Let's get it going.
Let's get into some history.
Yeah.
Why don't you take it away, Araya? So we're
Okay.
talking Ava Love Part 1.
We're talking Ava Love Part 1, but the history recap is going to be for the last episode we did, which was I Empire, I think. That was
Yes.
the last one. So a bit of a recap. So in 2007, Ryanson was replaced in Ava by Matt Watcher of 30 Seconds to Mars. I Empire was officially released on November 1st, 2007. It is the first album with Watcher on bass. Mixed reviews from the public on I Empire. Overall, the consensus was it was catchier than We Don't Need a Whisper. I think I still like We Don't Need a Whisper more. Both great albums though. First two albums, chef's kiss, gorgeous. The Adventure was more popular as a single than anything on I Empire, however, and remains Ava's most popular song. It's the most streamed on all, streaming platforms. To date, we will start to see more utilization of Mod Life by Tom and Love. In February 2009, Blink reunites at the Grammys. Blink is technically back together as Tom works on Love, but at this point, Tom is still prioritizing Ava projects. He even says so in an Entertainment Weekly interview, which we'll get into later. But yeah, that's pretty much a recap of where we were with Ava, and now we're gonna get into Love Part 1. Let's go.
The year was 2009. That was the year I graduated high school.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
I was in 9th grade.
Were you really? Mm-hmm. So you would have been a freshman. Mm-hmm. Interesting. January 2009, Angels AIrwaves begins recording Love Part 1 under Tom's label To the Stars. March, April 2009, Blink prepares for a reunion tour. Blink performs at Paramount Studios in Hollywood, California. It's right down the street. As a part of the T-Mobile Sidekick LX launch event. I had that phone. I had that Sidekick.
What? Oh yeah, the Sidekick.
The LX. This is the first time the band has played together in 4 years. Crazy. Mark predicts that getting back to recording will be awkward, weird, a little standoffish. And then last thing, Angels AIrwaves announces that their third album will be released on Christmas Day of 2009. It's all I wished for from Santa Claus.
Tom's quote about his occasionally conflicting artistic sensibilities on K-Rock's Kevin and Bean. So this is Tom. I need to apologize. For the past few years, I've been doing this serious stuff. And then the first song we come out and play, and I come right out and ask people if they masturbate to the Lord of the Rings. It was crazy. It was funny because Ava is so serious. I've never been to a concert, but I just, as a fan, I know that their shows are a lot more serious.
Yeah, but Tom still says crazy shit.
Does he?
Though. Yeah. I mean, the times I saw him, but that was very early Ava.
Early Ava, yeah. He definitely, around this era, started to get a lot more serious in general as a person with, more of the To the Stars kind of really started a whole new path of his life.
I mean, I feel like, he was burnt out on all the other stuff, I'm sure, and just wanted to be like a new person. People change. I change all the time.
I've never changed. I've always been just a nice, awesome, funny girl.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so July 2009, the reunion tour kicks off with special guests All-American Rejects, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Weezer, Taking Back Sunday, and Chester French. That's a kick-ass tour.
Who's Chester French?
I don't know.
Okay.
They play all over the U.S. and Canada. Tom announces on Mod Life that the third Ava album's release will be delayed until Valentine's Day of 2010. I remember that.
Really?
No. The trailer for the Love movie is released by Angels AIrwaves on their website. The Love trailer features Civil War imagery, explosions, artillery, soldiers. Love trailer also features a snippet from Letters to God Part 2.
Which, if you remember, Letters to God Part 1, just Letters to God is a Boxcar Racer song, so it's kind of cool that he continued that.
I always loved that song, so
Great
I thought
song.
that was really cool too.
Great song.
Parts of the film appear to also take place in the International Space Station, congruent with Tom's personal interest in space imagery and in Ava's music videos.
Mm-hmm. Back to the Blink world, we're in August 2009. This is when DJ AM, his Travis Barker's very good friend and fellow survivor of that tragic plane crash that they were both in, he passes away, unfortunately, from a drug overdose. The band plays a few more shows until the 31st, and then Travis is given time off to grieve, and the tour will pick back up September through October. October 2009, the official Love movie trailer was released on Apple Trailers on Friday, October 30th, and made available on Mod Life. In November, Travis is quoted about the tour being a deeply nostalgic and positive experience for him. No doubt it was the best tour of our lives ever. The most fun I've ever had on a Blink tour with Mark and Tom. I couldn't have been in a better place than with two of my best friends. So, it's not all bad. Obviously, they had a really nice experience. So that's great to read. Love Part 1 is finalized around this time as well. In December, the first single off of Love Part 1, Do You Believe in Hallucinations?
Yeah.
What's interesting about Hallucinations as well is part of Mod Life. If you downloaded the album, you were given Hallucinations Mark Hoppus remix.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's not available for download anymore. You can find it on YouTube, I'm sure. Yeah, the first single, Hallucinations, was released for free on Mod Life on December 23rd. January 2010, the status of the next Blink album is up in the air at this point. In early January, Mark claimed to be in the process of scheduling that recording. A trailer for the Blinkumentary is teased, which is now lost media because it never came to fruition, obviously. January 7th, Tom talks a bit more about the Love movie plot on ModCam, which was the Mod Life stream.
Wait, there was going to be a Blinkumentary?
Yeah, Blinkumentary.
Why don't they do, we need that.
I know. On ModCam, which was, the Mod Life stream, Tom says the movie's about an astronaut who goes through a wormhole and meets God. Just typical Tom things. I did watch the movie so randomly.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Siblings, in that time, and I don't remember it because I was too young. But
We should watch it.
yeah. January 12th, 2010, Angels AIrwaves released the promotional video for the album, which includes a snippet from The Flight of Apollo. Tom is interviewed by ABC and describes the movie logline a little bit differently, saying it centers on an astronaut who is stranded in a space station as the Earth collapses. Some more Blink news during that time is MTV reports that the new Blink album is set to come out sometime in 2010. Mark corroborates this on Twitter, saying 2011 is too far away, gonna do all I can to have the Blink album in 2010. And then to MTV News, he says, we decided we were gonna take a couple of months and chill and do other stuff, then get back together in the beginning of the year. And now that it's almost February, we decided it's time to go back in the studio and do what we do.
Corroborate, that was a good word.
Corroborate.
Yeah, corroborate.
February 2010, Tom claims to be outlining how production on the album will begin, but is actually working on getting the Love album Part 1 and short film out. Across interviews, Tom prefers to talk about Ava stuff and give shorter answers when asked about Blink. For example, I don't know what interview this was, but some interview during this time, he was asked, have you had a chance to think about what you want Blink-182 to sound like in 2010 or 2011? And his response was, it's too early to tell. I'd rather talk about Angels AIrwaves right now until I have something more to offer you for Blink, to be honest. So, on February 12th, 2010, Angels AIrwaves' third album, Love, later renamed Love Part 1, as we know, is released on Fuel TV. It comes out on Mod Life 2 days later as a free Valentine's Day gift for fans.
What a PR campaign.
What a PR campaign. When the album was first released, a version of the song Hallucinations, remixed by Mark Hoppus, was given to fans who donated to the band. The remix is no longer available to download, unfortunately. It was pretty significant that the album was released for free. Ava partnered with charities for the release of the album, including nonprofits like One and the Keep It Breast Foundation. These organizations promoted the record through their own mailing lists and featured links on their websites. So yeah, it was a free album. It was kind of like a FU to the industry as it
I remember
was,
that.
and,
Yeah, I remember it was free.
Yeah, so he was trying to do something new and different and kind of not really done at that time in this era of, extremely popular music.
Letters to God Part 2 is considered the sequel to Boxcar Racers, Letters to God. February 10th, 2010, Entertainment Weekly releases a interview with Tom promoting Love Part 1. In the interview, Tom is primarily asked about Ava, but also Blink, and his plans to save the music industry via Mod Life, an early but abandoned attempt to make the industry more accessible. He emphasizes the independent spirit of the project, not working with a major label, giving fans the album for free. Wanted to make the album completely free of any corporation, 100% independent, and lean into the experimental, not bound by the format the studio radios want. This is incredible stuff. This is what we need now. Like you see artists taking their shit off Spotify.
Yeah, a lot of artists are doing it because Spotify.
Well, it's just robbery. It's highway robbery, and
The payout for artists on Spotify, even versus Apple Music, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're both shit, but Spotify is like significantly worse.
Like, when is somebody gonna finally do something for fucking musicians? That's my
There's a
question.
lot of organizations like Sound Exchange, for example, and they are trying to tackle these issues.
It would be cool.
It's a nonstop thing. But
Yeah.
there's so much pushback, there's so much power and money involved.
See, so that's the issue. It's like power and money. And the thing is, if you have money, you can buy as many streams as you want. That's the crazy part. That's why you guys are fed the worst things possible all the time. Like in your
and
algorithms.
now there's AI fucking
Yeah,
streams.
and AI bans and
AI
stuff like
bans,
that.
yeah.
So I don't know. Music is we're due. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
music is due.
There is a huge overhaul happening right now where majors are falling and the indies are going to rise.
There's no way that they last,
Yeah.
you know, and so it's just like it just I don't know. It's the music business is the worst business in the world.
Unfortunately, it's my career, and it's bad, and I'm trying to make a positive change in it. However,
I think
can,
you
just
are.
by education.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. But what Tom's doing here, I've seen like the whole mod life thing, and I'm like, he had like a good idea. I would be curious to see Tom's take on like what could be cool for the future of music now, 15 years later. That was in 2010.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
what's
what I mean?
interesting too is I know he sold all of his publishing, I believe, up until I think he has it for one more time, but he sold everything else prior.
How much do you think he got for it?
But-
I would think hundreds of millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
think of all the hits.
The Beatles sold all their shit.
Yeah. A lot of people do, and there's pros and cons. Yeah, I mean, it's just like any investment. And kind of the weird thing, but catalogs are an investment, and a lot of the people that are buying up these catalogs are not even music companies or music related at all. They're just like
Just people.
investors that can see the
I mean, there's potential in all of it.
yeah.
And we're just spinning on a rock in the middle of space, and one day we could just be gone and they're not worth anything. I just think that, yeah, the music industry is due, and I think it's so shot that, like, we're going to have, like, some sort of, like, revolution or something. But anyways, the music video for Hallucinations is released on Mod Life at the end of the month.
So in March 2010, Tom in a Mod Life stream reportedly says Ava is 100% him while Blink only encompasses 30% of himself. Why I think he said that is because Blink is Tom,
Mark and Travis.
They're all co-writers. They all contribute
Yeah.
equally one way or another. Whereas Ava, he's like, depends on the album, but he's always like this pretty much the sole writer. Then he has like a co-writer and a co-producer, but he's like producing, he's songwriting. For this album, I looked it up, and I don't know why I didn't for previous albums, but the songwriting was actually all credited to him and Adam Willard for every song.
Drummer.
Yeah. And then the producer was Tom and Critter.
Critter, dude.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Critters,
So this is obviously more of his like vision overall, and I think it's not meant to be a diss. It's more just like this is my art, whereas Blink is like shared art.
I like his shared art.
I like it both. I really like.
I
it
do
both.
like them both. I'm just
I
kidding.
think they both can exist in a world, and I have all these different interests in music, and I liked a lot that they both exist.
No, I was just messing
I know
around.
you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we'll talk more
yeah.
about love. We'll talk more about the Love movie in part 2 because that's when.
We're gonna watch it, and
Yeah, we should do it like.
we should do like a watch.
Yeah. We'll talk more about Love Part 2 and the Love movie in the next episode. That's kind of it for where we're at with Love Part 1. So let's get into the album reception, the credits, and the track list. So yeah, this is how the album was received overall. Had more of a niche following, especially due to the release being free. So the metrics for its success are a little different than previous releases.
It was free.
Yeah, it was free, so you
No
can't.
metrics.
Yeah.
It's all about selling T-shirts now.
Now it's just you gotta sell your T-shirts and have an Instagram. Okay, not to be too cynical, but right. So Love had more of a niche following, blah, blah, blah. Music critics gave generally positive reviews, though many of these come from smaller publications. It obviously wasn't getting like, the major label typical publications that, they have contacts for. So possibly the most well-known reviewer that Sydney found was Alternative Press, of course, which gave Love Part 1 3 stars. So it had seemingly mixed reviews, especially from the more established critics. And it had sort of a cult following, especially among existing Ava fans, which makes sense. Probably didn't do much to reach newer audiences just because of the lack of, major label distribution. But I have talked to a lot of fans that love. They speak very highly of it. So The band has and still does release lots of merch with the album art. So, like either the Moon Man or the outer space stylized love font. A lot of people have those tattoos and the shirts. And
yeah, people like the record.
It is kind of one of the more iconic, like, Ava logos. It's kind of like the blink smiley. Sydney did say, sadly, her mom would not let her get the Ava tattoo that she wanted when she was 17. Sorry, Sid. Hopefully you now have one.
Well, you should definitely have it by now.
Yeah.
At least somewhere. Maybe not on your forehead, but I don't think she has a forehead tattoo.
No. Sid doesn't have a forehead tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the here's the track list. I can't say this. Et ducit mundum perlus.
Oh, that's got to be French, right?
No, it's like Latin. It's a good intro track. Ava likes to go big with it.
Yeah, the intros are always cool.
Yeah. Flight of Apollo. This is an iconic song off this record. Very good. It's a long one. All the songs on this are longer than the average. Young London. This one's good. This is a hit. Shove. I think I like this one. Yeah, I don't remember. Epic Holiday is one of the top ones on this record.
Epic Holiday, that's a good name for a song.
Yeah. Do you believe in hallucinations? This one's good, guys.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah. First single off the record. It's catchy. It's fun. Listen to it.
I might watch the movie tonight, to be honest.
Okay, so what I will say about the movie, in the same way I feel about, like, Interstellar, it's a bit of a snooze fest.
Wait a second. You're saying Interstellar was a snooze fest?
Yeah. That's the space movie, right?
With Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Dude, Interstellar is the greatest movie ever created.
See, that's a problem, though. One, I fear space. Two, it's a little sleepy for me. Like, space movies are always a little sleepy for me.
You have to watch it again. First of all, Matthew McConaughey is my hero. I'm trying to look like him. As you can see, I've lost a little bit of weight. But I want to be so ripped to where everybody's like, is that Matthew McConaughey? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but it's a great movie.
I know, it's definitely, I'm not saying it's bad.
He travels back in time through a warm black hole.
See, that's like love. Something about a wormhole.
Right.
I did watch Love. Literally 10
This is Ari.
years ago.
Hi, Ari.
This is my baby girl.
Ari's very much healthy. The tongue is normal.
Do you like to be a star?
Like you could touch it. It feels good.
She's so beautiful. Okay, baby, you want to sit on my lap? Okay.
The Moon Atomic, Fragments and
It's good,
Fictions.
Clever Love is good. Soul Survivor, good. Letters
I'm
to
a
God,
soul
part two.
survivor. Yeah, if you want me, you can find me on the block and then
that's
the top
not-
and then.
Letters to God Part 2 is very good. Some Origins of Fire, very good as well. So as I said before, the Hallucinations Mark Hoppus remix was available for a limited time if you donated to Mod Life. Again, this album was free, so it's not like Tom was just like, give me money. It was like he was doing a free album, but if you paid a little extra, or if you paid in general, you could have the Mark Hoppus remix, which is pretty cool, and it's decent. I like it. I like it just fine. It's not as good as Elevator.
I saw it all go down.
My favorite part about doing this podcast is
So good.
forcing myself to go back and listen to all the side projects.
Yeah.
Because I really never gave them all an honest go besides Ava, actually. So, very glad for that. Okay, so let's get into the credits. So, for this Ava record, we have Tom, lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and keyboards. We got David Kennedy from Boxcar Racer and Ava. He was in the previous albums. Longtime friend of Tom's. Lead guitar, keyboards, and synthesizers. Matt Watcher. That's a hard name for me. Matt Watcher. Bass guitar, synthesizers, backing vocals. What I love about this record and Ava in general is it's synthesizers. We love that.
She likes synthesizers a lot.
Yes. And then we got Adam Willard, who did obviously the drums and percussion. Fun fact, Adam Willard will be drumming for...
Oh yeah, he's on the road with Alkaline Trio, right?
Yeah, yeah, he is. So that'll be fun. So like I said, the writers of this record were Adam and Tom, which I think is really awesome. And then obviously, like I said, the producers are Tom and Critter, which his legal name was Jeff Newell, rest in peace. We did it, guys.
Another
We did
episode
it.
in the books.
We did it, and I felt good. I felt confident. It's been a while. Wait, listen to the sounds of my new neighborhood.
If anybody has any point of contact with Blink-182, we are still trying to meet them. And here's Ellie.
Here's my most beautiful baby princess, my Ellie Belly. Always too bright for you, huh? My beautiful baby girl.
Yeah, she just woke up. She's like, why am I here?
She's
Little
so
baby.
pequeña. But yeah, on a serious note.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
That was Love Part 1.
That was Love Part 1. We're going to do whatever comes next. Ari's digging.
Everything's falling apart.
Everything's falling apart, so we're ending it at the perfect time. Check out our episode on Fahrenheit 182 if you haven't yet. Stay tuned for the next episode and for all our future episodes, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Like and subscribe.
Follow us on YouTube.
On Spotify.
Follow us on Spotify.
And everywhere else.
Rate and review.
That the podcast is available.
Tag Blink-182 in all of our comments.
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Come on, Blink.
Cheers.